A much more active weather pattern will bring higher rain chances to a good part of our area for the week ahead. Your forecast across the Caribbean and the Bahamas starts right now.
This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi friends, Rusty back here at Meteo Mundo. We're your home for Caribbean weather. Great to see you on a Friday. Hope you're doing well. The weekend is here, and coming up for many of you, that means it's going to be a wetter weekend. We'll talk about those areas with a high chance for rain. I've got your island by island outlook. Of course, so we want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments section below where you're viewing from and what the weather has been like. Meteo Mundo is sponsored by the Lean Law Firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys. They cover the entire state. Anything that can impact you or your property, they're there to walk you through the entire insurance claim process, offering free consultation and policy reviews. You want more information, call the number on your screen or go to leanonmelaw.com. Friends, you are looking at the current temperatures, the visible satellite imagery across our entire area, and temperatures at the hour range from the mid-50s in Bermuda, in Fahrenheit, of course, to the upper 80s to near 90 degrees in places like Port-au-Prince, Spain, and Kingston, Jamaica, which is right around 32 degrees Celsius. So a huge temperature difference there. But of course, it's not just the temperatures, it's the winds. Bermuda has had up to a 40-mile-an-hour wind gust today, and those winds are coming out of the north now, and it's getting cooler, thick cloud coverage, and some breezy north winds for places like Nassau and Grand Bahama and the northern side of the Bahamas, and some fresh winds lingering through most of the Caribbean as well. So let's get into the weather story. What do you say we start off with my friends in the Bahamas for today? We do have a frontal boundary that's basically draped right over the area here, and that's still leading to very breezy and cloudy conditions, and at least the opportunity for a couple of showers. You can see that front on the surface analysis, which is just draped over the central Bahamas right now. And of course, anywhere north of that, we have these northerly cooler breezes with some thicker cloud coverage. The front extends all the way back towards the Yucatan Peninsula, so even towards Cancun and Cozumel and Tulum for today. They've had some extra clouds and a couple of brief showers. Strong easterly trade winds continue through most of the Caribbean, but rain chances here will be picking up. So just more moisture coming into the eastern Caribbean, and this frontal boundary acting as a focusing mechanism. Those are the two main aspects to see those rain chances, continue to improve. So again, it's breezy, but it's also cool for today. Freeport again has actually dropped into the upper 60s late on this Friday afternoon, and the cloud coverage will persist across the area. Let's check the latest radar, see if we've got any rain at this point in time. Not expecting there to be a lot of showers with this initially. I can't rule out a couple of sprinkles under some of this thicker cloud coverage. The biggest impact is actually going to be the winds again freshening up, so the near gale conditions are back in the exposed waters on the eastern sides of the island. So from Walker's Key to Grand Bahama, the Abacos, Eleuthera, Nassau, New Providence, back down towards Cat Island, Andros, and on over towards places like Exuma, San Salvador, Rum Key, and the Acklands. It's all going to be a relatively breezy weekend ahead for us here. A little bit quieter in the Turks and Caicos at the hour. We're looking pretty good there. A little bit of cloud coverage and a few showers over portions of Cuba, especially on the northern sides of the island. You can clearly see where this front is stalled out and some southwest winds are ripping over it. Can you see that vertical development here on the beautiful visible satellite imagery? That's a couple of showers near Havana that goes back down towards places like Cancun and Cozumel at the hour. And again, because of that, temperatures have been a little bit cooler there for today with the extra cloud coverage. The Merida area as well. And again, just a relatively cloudy, a little bit in the way of a few showers in those areas as we've rolled through the day. Still seeing some onshore flow here over places like Belize and Guatemala and the northern sides of Honduras. Isolated showers for the most part, but there's been a little bit of rain associated with some of the cloud coverage that we've seen for today. And my friends who live in those areas, let us know in the comments section below how it's been going in your area. Again, there's been a little bit more moisture concentration here on the western side of the the Caribbean lately, which has led to some widely scattered showers in some areas. Beautiful day in the Cayman Islands for today. Grand Cayman up to 84 degrees. Trying to get a little bit of cloud coverage to sneak into Jamaica right now. Could it spell an isolated shower? Absolutely. We've actually seen more morning rain over the past few days than anything else across the parishes, especially on the eastern sides of the island. But, there's an opportunity here. And in Kingston today, again, was pretty warm. Got up to 88 for a daytime high. Got a picture to show you here out of Jimmy Reed from the Southfield area of Jamaica. That's in St. Elizabeth Parish. This was earlier in the week. week, but it does tell the story. You can see as some of those thicker clouds roll in from time to time, you do get a few showers across the island. They've been pretty isolated in nature, but I still have at least a couple of showers in the forecast over the next couple days, and we'll take a look at that. My friends in Jamaica, let me know in the comments section below how you guys have been doing, and if you've gotten a couple of those showers as well. They've been pretty spotty, but you know, there's a little bit in the forecast. We have a little bit thicker cloud coverage here on the southern sides of Hispaniola for today. La Romana, Santo Domingo, Barcelona, even towards Port-au-Prince. It didn't help the temperature in Port-au-Prince today. It was awfully hot. Even Santiago de los Caballeros got up to 90 degrees for today. Rain chances will begin to improve across the Dominican Republic starting tomorrow again after we've had some beautiful weather lately. We've had some nice weather, but some breezy conditions across Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands lately as well. These are the current wind gusts that are in effect. You can see St. Croix, Christiansted, nearly a 25-mile-an-hour wind. Same thing for San Juan, Aguadilla, towards Ponce, good 25, 30-mile-an-hour breeze. You can see the extra cloud coverage on the far western side of the island. This is a live look to the radar here out of Puerto Rico. We do have a batch of fast-moving showers moving through the southwest sides of the island. So south of the Uti Alto area there, west of the Ponce area, will be slipping across the Mona Passage. And if you live in towards the Punta Cana area there on the eastern side of the Dominican Republic, some of these showers could slip your way. Now, if you've been dry for today, fret not, rain chances will begin to improve again here as we get into tonight, overnight, and then through the weekend. I've got a gorgeous shot from San Juan. This is from Anna Ruiz. I believe this was just yesterday as well. She said in the distance there, that is the tower from the University of Puerto Rico there in the San Juan area. And again, just a gorgeous shot where they've had a lot of sunshine. It's been nice. Now, one thing to note, and I appreciate Anna sending in this great shot, is that the sea conditions are outrageously high on the northern side of the island. The rip current risk is significant, but so are the breaking waves on the northern sides of Puerto Rico and the U.S. and British Virgin Islands. So Anegada, Virgin Gorda, the northern sides of Tortola and Jost Van Dyke, St. Thomas, St. John, even Culebra and Vieques. Please be very cautious of getting out. The rip current risk, surf, is no good right now. And again, you live in these areas, let me know how it's been going. Still seeing the easterlies bring some fresh showers through portions of the Leeward Islands as well. Anguilla, St. Bart's, Barbuda, Antigua. No big wind gusts for today in the afternoon hours. That's not bad. Same as St. Eustatius, St. Kitts and Nevis enjoying a pretty nice afternoon. Friends in Montserrat looking pretty good. Again, bring in a couple of passing showers from time to time. Martinique had a 20-mile-an-hour wind gust earlier for today. Several areas have some form of small craft warnings or swell advisories in effect. The Leeward Island, the northern side of the Leeward Islands do. Barbados, Trinidad basically has just a be on alert for the high seas out. And again, a couple of passing showers certainly possible in these areas, but nothing very concentrated on this Friday. Same situation for Nueva Esparta as well. There's a brisk wind across Aruba today, 36 mile an hour. We've had a couple of passing showers in this area. Kurth brought us some rain from Curacao a little bit earlier in the week, said he's on the south side of the island. And this is a very common sight in the ABC Islands where you get a mix of sun and clouds from time to time. Some of these showers just kind of snap their way through the area. They don't add up to a lot of rain, but one spot could get multiple showers in just 1 day's time. And I appreciate all my friends here at Meteo Mundo sending me in those pictures to help tell the weather story. If you would like to, all you got to do is email me, mymeteomundo@gmail.com. Just include your name, of course, where the picture video is from. You want to give me a description about it as well so I can pass that along. I'm happy to do that. As we get into the forecast, you know I appreciate you guys. Thank you for taking a quick second, a very small payback, and just liking this video. It helps the channel out more than you think. If you haven't subscribed to Meteo Mundo, you have found your home for Caribbean and Bahamas weather. Thank you for clicking that subscribe button and joining the fantastic Meteo Mundo weather community. You'll see in the comment section below, almost everyone's pretty good. I'm sure I'm going to say something, so it's going to slip in a comment. But hey, listen, I'll take any comments. Membership, super things, other ways to support the channel. You know I appreciate you guys very much. Let's go back out to the wide view here. So again, this is the enhanced satellite imagery. We have a front that's situated over the Bahamas, as we've already mentioned. There is another area of low pressure developing in the northwest Gulf of Mexico. This is going to keep the northwest side of our area relatively active, where rain chances will grow. They're going to get higher in the Bahamas and Cuba and portions of the Yucatan and just the kind of northwest side of our area in the Caribbean in general. The easterlies are going to start to pull a little bit more moisture into especially the northern side of the Leeward Islands and portions of the Greater Antilles, and so rain chances there will be going higher as well. Now, as far as winds go, let's switch over to these wind vectors real quick, and let me get these a little bit bigger for you guys and then loop this up. First of all, again, on this map, purples are 20-mile-an-hour winds, pinks are 25. You get to the whites, you have to 30-mile-an-hour winds. You get into the oranges, and you're going to probably not want to be outside. Certainly not want to be on a boat. But you can clearly see the GFS model throw this area of low pressure across the north central Gulf of Mexico. It's going to spin the winds in the Bahamas. We'll swing to the south for a brief time and then come back out of the north. But around this, we're just going to have increased moisture in this area here as that area of low pressure moves east across the Gulf. Otherwise, again, it's brisk easterlies, which will continue to be in that 25 to 30-mile-an-hour wind gust range over the next several days. It's going to pull in some moisture from the Western Atlantic, shoot it across the Caribbean, where in some spots, especially like the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico, I expect the rain chances to be going quite higher. Same situation for places like Anguilla, Antigua, and Barbuda as well. All right, so let's get into it here. Let me bring up the model. So you saw the winds. Now let's talk about the rain. And again, for late February, there's a fair amount of green on the map here, guys. Let's start off one of the areas that's going to really see a significant bump up in their rain chances, and that will be the central and the northern side of the Bahamas. Now, I expect some moisture to stick around for Saturday and Sunday, but I'm really talking about beginning next week, right? So as we get into tomorrow, a spotty shower is possible. I think the GFS is overdoing it a little bit, only because this will probably be more cloud coverage than anything else, and it's probably just overdoing the amount of low-level atmospheric moisture. That is probably not as much rain, but once this area of low pressure moves in on Monday, now we do see the rain chances really improve for Walker's Key, Freeport, Lucaya there in Grand Bahama, the Abacos, Eleuthera, New Providence, Andros, Bimini. Rain chances going up. Could even be a rumble of thunder out of this late on Monday into early on Tuesday. And eventually some of this moisture will sink south, at least into the central Bahamas, maybe even to portions of the southeast Bahamas as well. Turks and Caicos is going to be kind of razor thin whether you get the true direct moisture out of this next low and front coming in, but it'll be close. Cuba will certainly get some of that rain, and again, you extend this back south and west, and that means portions of the Yucatan will continue to at least see some rain chances. Now, you know, it's interesting because with this low gathering up, it's going to probably pull some of the moisture away from this area initially, but generally speaking, Cancun and Cozumel should continue with a decent rain chance. Same thing for Tulum and Chetumal. You get towards Belize and Guatemala and the northern sides of Honduras, like Roatan and Guanaja and Utila, San Pedro Sula, La Ceiba. It's pretty isolated in nature. This far south, I don't expect it to be anything as concentrated as areas I mentioned to the north, but is it going to be completely dry? No. So some passing showers, very typical late February weather here. Temperatures should be very near normal, and rain chances should be about the same as well. It's really isolated in the Cayman Islands over the next couple of days. Slightly higher chance across Jamaica. Now, at this point in time, we don't have the large wave and strong wind advisory in effect, that alert, but that could change at any point in time, as we're still going to have some fresh winds. So boaters, especially southern offshore waters near Pedro Bank, make sure you stay and pay very close attention to that. Again, for my friends in Jamaica, I'm going to favor slightly higher chances of rain in the morning hours. It's not much, but you can kind of see there's a little bit of green on the map here as we get into kind of like Sunday morning, and then it's just not as busy in the afternoon hours, but there could be a spotty shower, and that's the thing. Nothing's going to be extremely concentrated, but you could run into a little bit of rain over the next couple days. Now we move into areas where the rain chances will start to get much higher, and that will be the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and the Leeward Islands, especially on the eastern and the northern sides of the islands, i.e. the windward side, as our winds will continue to be out of the north and to the east. So anywhere from Puerto Plata towards Punta Cana, including the Samana Peninsula there in the DR, we'll start to see rain chances go much higher beginning tomorrow afternoon. Some of that could be relatively concentrated. It will certainly bring some showers towards Santo Domingo, not completely dry. Again, with the rain shadow effect of the higher terrain in the central side of the island, it means that Haiti doesn't get a lot of showers, maybe a few on the far eastern side of the country. I don't think Lacaille and Port-au-Prince, though, probably get a drop. Sorry about that, a little bit too far off towards the west. You get the idea. My mouse has been giving me issues. That's the other thing. I'm trying to mask that problem, but I'm fighting this thing. I actually switched the mouse before I came on, and there's something going on between the connection. But anyway, we'll get through it. It's been cooperating so far. You can clearly see the increase in moisture coming in. Now again, these are still fast-moving showers, right? Still going to have 25, 30-mile-an-hour winds coming with them, but the rain chances just go up. I'm talking about up to a 50 to a 60% chance in a lot of these areas, kind of building through Sunday and then dropping again on Monday. So for Virgin Gorda and Roatan Tortola, San Juan, Fajardo, St. Croix, Vieques Culebra, Arecibo, solid rain chances, brisk winds, rip current risk, rough surf conditions as well. All of that true over the weekend. Fast-moving showers. Anguilla, St. Bart's, Barbuda, Antigua, the winds will freshen in these areas. Small craft advisories or small craft warnings are in effect. If you are a boater, please keep a very close attention to the local marine forecast. Look for the sheltered spots as well, especially if you are in a smaller craft. Again, showers will continue to move by places like Antigua, Barbuda, Montserrat, Guadalupe, Dominica. These are the areas with the best chance for rain in a general sense, and it will be somewhat island specific, but you get south of Dominica, the moisture quality content is not as high, so Martinique, South, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Barbados, Trinidad, Tobago, Grenada, all with a little bit lower chance. It's not a completely dry weekend, but many dry hours and locations. Should be nice. Again, boating, not as fantastic on the windward side of the island. Just keep that in mind. But rain chances aren't exceptionally high. Nueva Esparta will see the same situation with very isolated showers, and same thing for the ABC Islands. But again, friends, we're talking about February. This is a fair amount of green on the map. Bermuda, again, will have a north wind and much cooler conditions. They have a small craft warning as well. So let's break down your island by island rain chance. We'll start off with the Bahamas. 20% chance over the weekend. Northwest Bahamas, even lower central and southeast. But here comes that area of low pressure and the improving rain chance, especially on the northwest side of the island chain. 50% chance on Monday. And beyond this, rain chances will be higher Tuesday as well. Same thing for the central and southeast Bahamas. They're up to a 30% chance. It's more isolated than anything in the Turks and the Caicos, just kind of on a daily situation where that moisture north isn't going to have as much of a direct impact. Isolated for Cuba. Cayman Islands, relatively dry. Belize City, 30% chance tomorrow, 20 Sunday, Monday. And again, Cancun and Cozumel doesn't have anything concentrated, but I expect to be some extra cloud coverage, if anything else, and some widely scattered showers there on the eastern sides and the northern sides of the Yucatan. For Jamaica, I've got a 30% chance the next couple of days. Again, a little bit higher concentration in the morning hours and on the eastern side of the islands. 20% chance on Monday for the Dominican Republic. There's your building rain chance. 40 tomorrow, 50 on Sunday. That's your best chance. Back down to a 20 on Monday. And that's how we'll build it in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands as well. Pretty darn good chance for rain. Now again, let me be clear. This is not an all-day rain that's going to keep you indoors. These are fast-moving showers in and out of one area quickly. But don't be surprised if you catch a couple of different rounds of showers in one 24-hour period. It will be drier on Monday. Bermuda doesn't have a big chance for rain over the next 3 days. Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, high chance tomorrow, a little bit more isolated to scattered on Sunday and Monday. Barbuda, significant chance tomorrow, will dry out a bit on Sunday, back up to a 40% chance on Monday. Relatively speaking, we're a little bit drier overall on Sunday. Some areas remain drier on Monday. So really focusing in on tomorrow, Montserrat, Guadalupe, Dominica, and even down towards Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines for your best rain chance with more isolated fast-moving showers Sunday, Monday. Just a 20% chance in Barbados, about the same in Grenada, slightly higher tomorrow. 30 TNT. Might favor Trinidad with a little bit better chance than Tobago, but it's all about the same. Suriname and Guyana, 40 to a 30% chance. And again, very isolated showers expected in Nueva Esparta and the ABC Islands. Wave heights and directions look like this. You can see clearly we've got some big time problems coming with that next system for the Western Atlantic. That's why we have the near gale watches that could easily turn into warnings for the eastern side of the Bahamas. Now, things might quiet down a little bit mid to late next week, but in the short term, look at those wave heights, 10 to 14 feet. And some of that, again, gets to the northern side of the islands that I've already mentioned. That's why the surf conditions are so bad on the northern side of the Greater Antilles. Still have the fresh easterlies across the Caribbean, although things have quieted down slightly. But you can see here, as we go deeper into time into next week, once that low dissipates, maybe a little bit of a lull for our boaters out there as far as these wave heights go. European model is very interesting with the rain, right? We can see some of the showers coming in on Sunday. That's great. But look, now we get into Tuesday and Wednesday and look at the rain blow up over the Bahamas. That's what I'm talking about, right? It's really in the 4 to 5, even 6-day time frame that we could have some relatively significant rain returning to at least the central and northern Bahamas, maybe some heavy rain into the southeast Bahamas, portions of Cuba, Turks and Caicos, again, northern sides of the Yucatan. Could see some heavier rain back down towards Panama and Costa Rica as well. And again, it's more widely scattered showers across the Leeward Islands and portions of the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic, but there will be some concentrated spots with some heavier rain. But for late February front, all the way down into our northwest areas, that's relatively significant. So I see what I did here. I'm going to go back to this graphic. I flipped the order, no big deal. This is the GFS model. I showed you guys the European model, right? This is the GFS. So just again, with the GFS and being able to display it here like this, I can actually just pinpoint this rain. So this is only over the next 5 days, right? So this is getting us out to Wednesday early, and you can clearly see the rain chances that are going to be here as far as how high they are. I'm trying to get these numbers to stick. There we go. Well, maybe not. We'll see. Again, all right, now they're cooperating. But you guys can clearly see, right? And hopefully these numbers will kind of hold here as I put them on. Come on, there we go. All right, Eleuthera north. We could be talking about several inches of rain, maybe up to 4 inches or more in a couple of areas. Again, mainly starting Monday night and then Tuesday and potentially sometimes on Wednesday. By the way, 4 inches of rain is 100 millimeters. That's a pretty significant amount of rain in the area, right? Still could have some heavier rain. I'm going to give them towards the Acklands if we can pick up an inch, maybe towards Long Island and Exuma as well. So an area that has been pretty dry lately is going to start getting wetter again. I've mentioned how that tails south and west. So now you get to Havana, Cuba, and you get 2 inches of rain there. You get some heavier rain along the coastal sections of Quintana Roo, all the way down towards the Chechemal area, down towards Orange Walk and Belize City here, across the coastline of Belize, Guatemala, the northern sides of Honduras, so Roatan and Guanaja and Utila, an inch of rain or more. As I've mentioned, not a ton of rain for Jamaica, really spotty showers there, but again, we favor the Windward Islands. Not a ton, sorry about that, of rain in the Dominican Republic here on the GFS model, but some, a little bit of rain here and there. Nothing outrageous. Same thing for the eastern sides of Puerto Rico. Again, I mentioned much higher rain chances, right? But as far as totals go, they're so fast moving, they're not going to add up to a lot in any one area. And even here where the models lately have really been favoring these windward sides of the Lesser Antilles, about the most I can find over the next 5 days is about an inch of rain. So we're looking at less than 25 millimeters in most spots. But relatively speaking, you got a lot of green on the map here, if you will, if you equate this into rain. And then our northwest areas will certainly see a much higher chance for higher rain totals as well. All right, skipping these graphics I've already been through, let's talk about our social media platforms where you guys can follow us. And I do appreciate the support across those platforms. Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, there is our email address as well. That's where you can send me a picture or video. You have a specific question about the forecast, drop that in the comments section below while you're down there. Thank you for liking and subscribing. And please remember that Meteo Mundo is sponsored by the leading law firm of Central Florida. They cover the entire state. Anything that could impact you, like a car accident or your property, like hail damage or hurricane damage, they're there to walk you through every step of the insurance claim process, offering free consultation and policy reviews. You want more information, go to leanonmelaw.com. Friends, have a great rest of your Friday. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm back soon with your latest forecast across the Caribbean and the Bahamas right here at Meteo Mundo.